Morning guys. So today, this video, episode 11, will be modeling the nose. It'll be quite a short video, I believe, maybe like around 45 to 1 hour. So for today, we model the nose. Tomorrow, we'll be modeling the eyes. Wednesday, we'll be doing the ears. And Thursday, we will actually tweak the model a little bit and kind of like see if there's anything we need to change the model. We'll do on Thursday. And next week onwards, we will either do review or we will start doing the clothes. Alright, and then that will be like the end of this so-called like home-based learning. And after the next week, then we will go for the holiday period already lah. So we will start school somewhere around in June. So let's check the attendance first. Okay, wow, so many of you all are not here today, Zara, Akil, Faid, Fang Ting, Hanif, Brendan, Yani, Raihana, Ryan, Sherilyn, Yumaira, Andrea, and Krista. Okay, let's move on quickly to our nose. Okay, if the audio is lagging or anything, just let me know in the comment section here so I can react to it faster. Okay, so for the nose, again, in the reference material that I share with you guys, there are quite a few different topology for the nose. You can use this particular one that I keep emphasizing, or you can even use this guy's nose, which I think is quite easy to understand. Okay, so this one is a little bit complicated because the line is like going all over places, but generally this topo and this one here is about the same. Okay. This is also not so bad, but I find that this part here is a bit harder to read. Okay, but the one above around here is quite good. Alright, this is okay. This is the same one. Yeah, so I think generally this one here is much more easier for us to take a look and study this. Okay, so back to the model itself. Okay, I'm just going to shrink it slightly smaller, so you can still use it as a reference. Okay, so for the nose, oops, shouldn't go full screen. Okay, you will see that again, same thing here, the center line, right? And then the flow of it is going upwards. Okay, until a certain point, then you will start to curve in this direction, going to the eyes. Okay, and for the nose, because there is kind of like three balls, one here, another one, and the other one on the other side, we kind of need to make it round, so you can see that there's a flow of edge flow here as well, and this flow actually kind of link down to your jaw. Okay, kind of like that. So we want to have the kind of topology here for this model. Okay, the rest are like small little details around this section here, which during the modeling time I will explain to you guys. Okay, so back to the model. Okay, so obviously now my edge loop is not enough. I need to add a few more edge loop to kind of get the shape out, and then I can go into edit more. So I'm just going to start from here, somewhere around the brown bridge. Okay, and I need to find out where, maybe around here. Okay, yeah, so this amount of edge ring, sorry, connect component, the shortcut that I created last week. Just going to push it out. So again, I'm trying to get the shape first before I get the topology correct. So a generic shape should be more than enough. So I need to go back to the front view. Okay, this might be a bit tricky here. Okay, you guys should be able to see a little bit of form coming up. Okay, back to perspective. Okay, now you can see that the shape is a bit weird. This part is a bit flat. We don't have enough edge loop to kind of do so many things, so I try to continue to use whatever I can first before I add more. So I remember my side view isn't matching entirely. I kind of need to uh, readjust them. I know that the distance between them is off, but the height should be the same. Okay, start to see the shape getting better now. No longer so too flat around the nostril. Now to add a bit more volume. Okay. Just doing some minor checks here and there, like the nose area here. Um, let's see if I can bring it up a bit more. Side view. Oh, quite sunken in. Okay, let's try. Okay, I'm beginning to touch a little bit of the eyes, just because I need to kind of get some of the shapes here correct. Okay, let's see what else can I do. Austria. I'm quite lucky because I already have kind of like this edge flow around here. Okay, so what I need to do now is kind of like either I can do the nostria, uh, the holes, or this portion here. So maybe I think I will start off with the holes first. Okay, let's see. I will need to use this vertex here, and let's see if I can chamfer this. Face mode. Let's scale it up a little bit. Control it to extrude, push it up, scale it in, push it in. Okay, so something like that for now. Then we need to go and clean up the model because we have kind of like a five-sided polygons around this edge, this face that I just extruded. Some of which the lines will be going over to your lips, okay, to add more details later on. I forgot I got shortcut. Okay, let's see if I can merge this. Okay. Okay, maybe that's a bit too much. Let's just undo that. Oops. Okay, might be a little bit more confusing now because we are adding quite a lot of edge loop within a small area, and the shape is starting to feel like a bit off, you know. So I'm trying to get the correct consistency of the thickness around here, around this area here, and there should be a proper edge loop. Right now you can see I'm manually clipping it, but if I did it correctly, right, it should be something like this, you know, for this outer area. So I'm going to spend a bit of time here to get it correct. So I might be adding, removing, redoing certain things and stuff. So this, then it should be flowing in this direction. Okay, let's just work it out and try first. okay, more or less there. I'm going to take this one away. I'll add it back later on. Save the file. Okay. Now the shape is a bit off, though we got to fix it again. We can use the relax tool to help us, or you can manually go in to kind of smooth it up. I'm going to fix a bit more of the thickness area here. Okay, so I'm constantly switching over to the hard mode. It's really just to see how the distance between the polygons looks like. So usually if you see like polygons like this that are too close to one another and then there's a very huge space, right? That is one sign that I will need to add more edge loop at a later time, not now. Um, because I'm still trying to fix the shape. So if I add more edge loop, I have actually more things to do. So that's one. The second thing is actually trying to see where the vertices are located, because sometimes you might have one vertices that are just a little bit too far out, or maybe one is too far in. So you want to double check between the hard mode and the smooth mode. Back to the side view. Okay, we want the nose to be a bit more rounded. So the lower portion of the nostril here need to be going down. Now it's a bit too high up. So go back to the perspective view. And find the correct vertices to move it down. Save the file. So this is one example. I pull it down because I need to get a shape, but in the hard mode you realize that it's way too out of point already. So these are things that you want to look out for. Okay, constantly save the file and delete history. I think some of you guys have this issue where you model a bit only then crash already. So constantly save an increment. You can use autosave as well. Okay, almost there. Just need to reconnect some of the vertices. So from this view, you can see that there's this harsh shadow around here. So try to make use again with whatever edge loop that I have to get that out. So using edge slides to just slide across the border. Most probably it's because not enough edge loop, but thing is you just try to do whatever we can first before adding too much. Okay, your life skill teacher just text into the group chat. Okay, so something like this it can be better to make it a bit more roundish. So in the end, your nostril will be deleted. This hole here you can delete it, or otherwise you can actually cap it as well. Okay, you can merge the vertices there, so you don't have any five-sided model. next is really just to do some minor fixes. Should I have this line here? Kind of affecting the shape. Go away first. Oh, accidentally have this weird topology here. How do I clean it? Okay. So double check. Seems to be fine. The shape definitely can be better. So I think the topology I kind of got it ready. It's just that some of the shape doesn't look that appealing. So now we're going to kind of fix it. kind of feel like the edge flow will be better if I connect it upwards, but that would mean that I have a bit more lines over there. Should be fine. Can always try to fix it later. One, two, three, four, five polygons there. Done. Okay. So the reason why I have to add this edge loop here and one across is you saw that there was a five-sided polygons there, right? And the spacing between here and here, is getting wider and wider. So I kind of need to do this to ease out the edge flow. Okay. Now this part here, because of the extra line that I added, it will look a bit sharper or flatter. Okay, I'm just going to ease out some of these edges, spread it out a little bit. Okay, I think we have a bit of time. Now it's only like half an hour into the modeling of the nose. Maybe I'll do a bit of the eyes as well. Just a little bit will do. Maybe a shape here can be better. I'm quite tempted to add one more edge loop here and kind of like connect them across, but I don't think that's necessary for now. I still find this edge loop maybe a bit unnecessary, but I still need it at the bottom. So let's see if I can reconnect the lines around here. Let's just remove this one first. Looks better at the top, so I need to reconnect them, get a flow. How's the audio so far? Okay, thanks, Valida. Thank you, Songwei. Okay, I think I kind of got it, but I don't like this polygon being too fat. So I guess I will have to take a bit more, maybe on a Thursday or something. The shape of the nostril also, I find that it's a bit too sharp, pointing outwards. So most probably is these few vertices. Okay, I think this is good enough for now. You can see that because I'm using the Blinn material, it's a bit more glossy and stuff. Some of the surface like here is a little bit not very smooth. So usually I will try to smooth it out on a separate day. Once I finish the eyes, I finish the nose, the mouth, the ear, and then I'll go into kind of finesse with them. So if you want to kind of like do it now, you can actually use your relax tool, okay, and then slowly just going to smooth it out. Okay, but I want to keep some of the hardness on the model itself there. Let's see if I can try this. See if I can make it slightly harder. Okay, maybe a bit too hard. Okay, let's undo it. Yeah, I think that's about it. The rest is really just slowly adjusting, to what you like, to your own reference, to your own figure. Yeah. Okay, for the eyes, let's see what can I do here. Okay, so tomorrow I'll continue with the eyes, but for now, just share with you guys what you can do if you are slightly ahead. I'm just going to hide the eyeball for now. Your eyes, because for me, my left and right eyes is a little bit different. You got to decide which one to use. So I think I will use the one on the right. Actually, not much of issues here, which one you want to use, because what you want to do here is try to match the eyelid, shape of the eyelid. Maybe it's a better choice to kind of use the edge and move it together. It's okay if you are not able to match 100%, because you won't be able to match 100% as well. Okay, and after you have kind of matched the eyelid, right, you want to get back the eyeball. Okay, Okay, maybe it's a better idea that I switch the color of the eyeball to another material. Lambert 1, let's try Lambert 3. Lambert 3 is a texture, Lambert 4 is also a texture, so maybe I'll go back to Lambert 1. Let's switch to another color. Okay, so I can see very clearly what I'm doing here. Because the next step is kind of aligning your eyeball to your eyelid. Okay, a little bit of clipping is fine, but this is a bit too much. Okay, I'm just exaggerating. It's totally okay that your eyeball doesn't touch the eyelid as well. Okay, so since this is not a duplicate pressure, I will have to manually move it back. Okay, so now it's too big. Okay, something like that will do for now. Negative 0.195. Okay. So tomorrow I'll show you guys more, but generally the idea is that once you get the eyelid, the shape of the eyelid, the outer shape as well, once everything is done properly, right now the shape is a bit off, then we just have to kind of like extrude this out, and that's it. You know, you get a very nice eyelid overlapping your model. But this one that I just show you, usually I try to do it at the last moment, because if I do it now, then I actually have kind of maybe a bit more things to do. But I think it's still minor issue lah. You want to do it at the start or do it at the end also, it's fine. But it's really more like now once I got it, you know, then I can refine the shape around it better. Okay, so I'll save the file now. Okay, tomorrow we will continue with doing the eyelid. Okay, you guys have any questions regarding the nose? Okay, any questions at all regarding anything about your module, home-based learning and stuff? Zaran, Akil, Brandon, Yani, Sherilyn. Where's the same few people? I want to go back to school. Wait until everything died down already, then we can go back to school already. Okay, so next week I just have to recap a bit. So next week we will start doing the clothes and stuff. Start taking reference of your own clothes you have. You can wear them, ask your family member to have a take photo from different views, so you roughly know how the clothes looks like when you are wearing it, especially things like shirt, jacket, sweaters and stuff. So once we are done with next week, then more or less it's like a holiday period. But if you have time, which definitely you will have, you have 4 weeks, you know, go and do whatever you can to this model. Because once school reopen, we are still going to work on this model here. For those who have completed your model, right, I will spend just a little bit of time to review your work when school reopen. But the time, majority of time I will be spending on those students who have difficulty doing Maya at home, because they are the one that really need the time to do use the computers there and need assistance. Okay, so for those who are already done when school reopen and there's nothing much for you guys to do, then I'll ask you guys to go and try unwrapping your model and texturing them. You can do a terrible job with texturing and stuff, don't have to worry about it, because when we come to the next term, then like everyone is on the same ground already. Everyone has finished modeling already. Then the next term when we start doing another module, then I will teach you guys all together how to do unwrapping and texturing. What if you don't have clothes? Well, you're a guy naked Damon. You should have at least some generic pants and stuff. Don't give me a guy in underwear and tell me he's a wrestler. Oh. So at least some basic singlet or pants and stuff. If your character don't have clothes, if your anatomy wise is very well done, then you will score in the area. But if your anatomy is not properly done, Damon, take note, then you will be penalized because it's like you are losing out in terms of some marks, accessory wise. Okay, so if you take out something, you got to add back something, as simple as that. Take out the clothes, maybe you want to do some necklace, you want to do maybe a watch, like a wristband or whatever, that kind of stuff, headband or whatever. So think about it. Any other questions? Good questions, by the way. If not, then we will end the video today.